Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Lately I've had a lot of people ask me how I do the that's impossible even for a computer feat in Grand Arena. Now it's the one where you need to do fleet arena battles without any reinforcements, and my response used to be just talk to someone in your ship shard and just kind of trade, and you guys can just get it pretty easily that way. You can just have them camp out in spots like 2, 3, or 4 while you're in number 1, and you can just have them put in a weak fleet and you just beat them over and over again. However, it's easier if you just don't have to talk to people. Frankly, if you're like me, it's just a hassle to try to arrange to get someone to come and help you with that. So, totally fine. I've done it before. I probably will do it again for other feats, but for this particular one, it's really easy if you use the Malevolence. So I just want to show you guys how this is actually very possible, especially because you're using computers, because you're using droids with Malevolence. So let's get straight to the video here. Alright, so we first need to target a specific fleet type, and that is the Negotiator with Houndstooth, Jedi Knight Anakin, and Fives. And I know that there are other builds that Malevolence can do just fine against for Negotiator, but this is by far the easiest for the no reinforcements strategy. Alright, so the fleet that you need to start with and end with is General Grievous, Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid, and Sunfac. Now, you can put the other reinforcements in just in case you are feeling like you're going to leave it in overnight, or if you want to just have some insurance in case you just really need to win your fight and you think that you're going to need reinforcements, feel free. But the top 3 are the only ones that really matter that much. And I should say that I'm showing you guys examples with all of my guys at 7 stars, and the fact is I was doing this with 6-star Malevolence and 6-star Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber, and it was basically the same level of difficulty, maybe a little harder, but overall it's very easy to do with under-starred ships. The lower you get, the more difficult you're going to find it, of course, but just worth noting that you do not need max ships. I am so angry with myself that I never took video of myself doing this at lower stars, but it is what it is, and let's move on to the actual fight. Alright, so we're moving into the fight here, and immediately Fives shoots our Vulture Droid, and then Vulture Droid gets a turn. Now I'm going to freeze frame here and just say you need to target Jedi Knight Anakin, and you need to do Vulture Droid's special here because you really want to get both target lock, and even more important, you want to get buff immunity. Now, it's not the end of the world if you don't get buff immunity, but it does help quite a bit because that helps keep Anakin from feeding extra cooldown reduction to Negotiator so that it gets the Y-Wing bomb off faster. We want to avoid that as much as possible. So we shoot him, and we didn't actually get buff immunity, which is unfortunate, obviously. Then we just do some pretty basic attacks here. Houndstooth taunts, we stun him in retribution out of spite, and then they do their AoE, and we're all dazed, and that's not a great thing because the entire Malevolence fleet really relies on being able to assist and help each other. And so here we have a decision point. We don't want to do the basic right now. We don't want to do the big AoE. What we want to do is start cleansing. And so what we're going to do, we're going to cleanse the Hyena Bomber, which will also cleanse the Vulture Droid because the Vulture Droid is the weakest ally, and we want both of those ships to be not dazed anymore. We don't really care about Sunfac so much as Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber. So we do the first special on Hyena Bomber, and we're going to do yet another freeze frame here because I need to explain just how important it is to take out Jedi Knight Anakin early on. Now, we need to take him out as quick as we can. So he has the undying loyalty, which means we have to basically kill him twice. However, we have a couple tricks up our sleeves. So when the Hyena Bomber goes, he can ignore Taunt, which is a great ability, and you can do an AoE that spreads Buzz Droids. Now you can see that Anakin already has 3 Buzz Droids, that's as many as he can have, but what a Buzz Droid does on a ship, it not only does damage when the ship takes a turn, it also allows all of your other droid ships to assist when another droid ship shoots at it. And so what's going to happen is we're going to take the Hyena Bomber and target Jedi Knight Anakin and do an AoE, and because we have 2 Vulture droids in right now, we're going to have the Hyena Bomber hit, but before the Hyena Bomber hits, the Vulture droids will also hit him or assist against him, and at some point, sometimes they're able to take out the Undying Loyalty on Anakin so that we can start working on his health bar a second time before he gets Undying Loyalty a second time. So we ignore the taunt, target Anakin, do our AoE to put Buzz Droids on everyone, and now Anakin's Undying Loyalty goes away. He's in Stealth, which is an effect of what happens when you lose Undying Loyalty. And you can see, though, he took a turn, and the Buzz Droids took 15% of his max health off, and he is actually right now in a great spot to be able to take him out. Now, you know that Anakin takes a bonus turn whenever someone on his team loses their full protection and you start hitting their health. And so what we can do here, we have another turn with the Hyena Bomber. We can target it, ignoring the taunt one more time. We're gonna target Fives, who has 3 Buzz Droids on him. And once we shoot him, we'll have all these assists and everything, and his protection will go away. Anakin will immediately get a bonus turn, and when he takes a turn, those Buzz Droids are going to do all that extra damage to his health, not to his protection, just to his health, and most likely they're going to be able to take him out. So watch as I shoot Fives now, and even though Anakin is in stealth, he's going to take a bonus turn, and the Buzz Droids are going to take their toll. So we shot Houndstooth, he lost his protection, Anakin took a turn and died from Buzz Droids, and now we can shoot Buzz Droids into the Y-Wing. Now we can just do an AoE, and that does all this extra damage because of all of our buffs on us. They did put Unending Loyalty on Y-Wing, but we can take it out because of all of our assists. And then Houndstooth does take a while to die, but eventually it does. Now, one thing that you need to be careful of with Houndstooth is that Houndstooth does basic and dispels the Buzz Droids on basic. Alright, so now let's do a full speed fight. We're facing my Arena Kraken, so he's got maxed out pilots with 6 E-mods on every single slot. And so we're shooting Anakin with the Vulture droid. We got buff immunity on him this time, yay, so happy. And they do manage to actually kill our Vulture droid, but because it's the Vulture droid we started with, it respawns a different Vulture droid. Now we're going to target their Anakin with Hyena Bomber, and once again we got assists. We did not manage to take out Anakin this time, however, but he did take a turn. He reduced his health to the point where he reset his Undying Loyalty, so he doesn't have that buff anymore. So now we need to make sure that he does not actually take another turn. We can do our AoE, and the AoE actually does enough damage that it just takes Anakin out. And now we can take out Y-Wing easy enough. We're going to shoot Houndstooth with Buzz Droids, knowing that if Houndstooth actually gets a turn and does a basic, those Vulture Droids will just disappear. But in this case, we are able to just take him out pretty easily. I like to take out Fives when I can with Hyena Bomber, once Fives has a bunch of Buzz Droids on it. But that's not necessarily something you have to do. So now we're going to do one more fight that is relatively simple, and then we'll get into a couple more difficult matches because things don't always go this perfectly. So once again shoot the special at Anakin and get those buzz droids on him, hopefully get the buff immunity on him, but obviously that didn't work this time. And now we're going to cleanse on Hyena Bomber, which will in turn cleanse our Vulture Droid. So we have two characters that can assist, target Anakin beyond the taunt from Houndstooth, and we're able to knock off the Undying Loyalty on Anakin. You can see Anakin's health is in the red. It's really close to dead. This is Clone Sergeant now. Not a big deal. Now I'm ignoring Taunt one more time to target Houndstooth and or to target Fives, and that obviously didn't quite take out Anakin, but doing more damage to Clone Sergeant did actually take him out. He took a couple bonus turns, and he's dead. Now all we have left is the Houndstooth, and if we can stun him, he won't take basics anymore. So we can put some buzz droids on him, and he won't be able to dispel them. He'll just take a turn and pass his action, so that he can't actually dispel. So Ahsoka comes in, and we can take her out with buzz droids. We got to be careful though. If we don't take Ahsoka out pretty quick, she can give Houndstooth retribution, which is a nightmare for this fleet, because when you put buzz droids on him and he hits back, then he'll just dispel those buzz droids and won't do any damage. So this ended up pretty decently, obviously, and now we'll go into some more challenging matches. So this is actually strange. We're cutting in about a minute and a half into this fight, and we've already taken out Anakin. We've just followed all the steps. However, Houndstooth is still alive and still doing well, and it was able to dispel on basic, and now they got reinforcements in the form of Ahsoka, and Ahsoka can, as I said before, be huge trouble for this, because you can get retribution on Houndstooth, and then if he's not stunned, then you can really struggle against it, because you can't get any buzz droids to actually help you focus him down. And when that happens, like your damage just kind of disappears, because you're not assisting, and all of your individual hits are just not that great. So we got dazed. We got the mass daze from Negotiator, and this fight is starting to really take a while to finish off, and so we're just focusing as best we can. Of course, we want to take out Ahsoka if we can. We lost Sunfac, and now you see that Houndstooth once again dispelled on basic. Now if Plo had come in, it would have been even more difficult, which unfortunately I don't have any videos of when Plo comes in, but it's actually pretty spectacular. Sometimes you just lose pretty hard, if we're just being totally honest. I don't want to just show idealized fights. I just don't have videos of all of my fails, apparently. I'm not sure what happened to them, frankly, because I have a ton of them. But you can see I put buzz droids on Houndstooth because I knew the next move was going to be his taunt, which does not dispel. So got the win there. And I'll just show one more fight. I'm not going to necessarily do a play-by-play here. This is actually before I knew that you can dispel the Vulture droids debuffs. So we want to get that daze off of Vulture droid as quick as you can. So what I was doing was just dispelling the daze on Vulture droid, not on Hyena Bomber, because I didn't realize that Hyena Bomber would also cleanse Vulture droid. But it's really important to be able to get that cleanse on Vulture droid so that he can assist immediately. Now, please keep in mind too, these fights I'm showing you guys, this is how you should generally be doing it at the speed order when all of the ships are close to max. That's not to say that it's always going to be that way. I actually have been really struggling lately against someone with a gear 8 fives, because fives doesn't go right away and hit Vulture Droid, and Vulture Droid then doesn't get a turn, and all my turn order is messed up, and this doesn't really work that well on that. So you'll have to adapt. I eventually have figured out a way to beat that as well. But there's also the fact that some people are starting to just place the right kind of reinforcements so that Plo comes in first or second. The Millennium Falcon can come in. It's kind of complicated, but I just wanted to show you guys the basic framework of how to get this feat done. I'm not saying that it's going to work against every single negotiator fleet, but I will say that I use this method. I practice it at least twice every day, just to have that as an option. So if I want to do an undersize fleet attack with Malevolence at some point against Negotiator in Grand Arena, then I can actually have the practice and the ability to do that. So there's a lot of value in being able to just do that. Frankly, this stretch is beyond just the feat. But anyways, this is the framework. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if it works, if you have concerns, if you liked it, whatever. And I'm going to let you go here, so thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Even when he has to make a fleet video. Damn it all.